Welcome to Taproots, your wellness source for natural remedies for babies through adults and even your pets. If you're new to us, you can find us online at taprootsva.com, or if you're in Central Virginia, stop by our shop located at 3718 Old Forest Road in Lynchburg, Virginia. My name's Carrie Wagner. I'm the co-founder here at Taproots, where you'll find a wide variety of high-quality CBD products, along with the largest selection of homeopathic remedies in Central Virginia. We often have customers walk in our doors who are in search of a medical doctor who uses integrative medicine, and we want you to know we do our homework here at Taproots to be able to connect you with highly skilled and experienced doctors and professionals who are going to get to the root of your issue that you're concerned about. So today I am thrilled to introduce an incredible doctor to you. We hand his card out left and right at our shop. So allow me to share a small portion of his experience as I properly introduce him. Dr. Mitch Fleisher is a double board certified licensed family physician specializing in anti-aging, regenerative medicine, peptide therapy, exosome and stem cell therapy, advanced musculoskeletal injection therapy, constitutional homeopathy, nutritional and botanical medicine, IV therapy, chelation and detoxification therapy, biooxidative therapy, and bioidentical biomimetic hormone replacement therapy with over 30 years experience practicing the gentler art and science of integrative medicine. He's the originator of joint regeneration therapy, a safe and effective natural, non-surgical, alternative joint repairing therapy that is an anti-inflammatory, tissue restorative, oxygen ozone hormonal peptide and homeopathic injection technique designed for the treatment of acute and chronic musculoskeletal pain. Dr. Fleisher has served as an active member of the clinical faculty of the National Center for Homeopathy, a clinical instructor for the University of Virginia Health Sciences and Center at the Medical College of Virginia, where he's taught homeopathy in the introductory complementary medicine programs and continues to lecture throughout the U.S. and internationally on classical homeopathy and nutritional therapy to both medical professionals and the public. We've already got a comment here, Dr. Fleisher, about from a customer who is so excited to hear more from you. So there's so much more I could share about his experience, but I know you want to hear his answers to some of our questions and see what he has to offer. Dr. Fleisher is the medical director of the Center for Integrative and Regenerative Medicine, CIRM, in the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains in Afton, Virginia. So welcome, Dr. Fleisher, and thank you so much for giving us some of your time.
Oh, my pleasure. It's good to be here.
We specifically asked Dr. Fleisher to give us just some brief highlights of his line of supplements that we've started to carry at Taproots. It's our newest addition to our product line here. So can we start just having you share why this line is a step above the other products on the market?
Well, I've been practicing nutritional medicine for over 40 years now. And when I was originally prescribing nutraceuticals for clinical purposes to helping people, I'd have to use several different supplements from different sources. And so people would have to buy lots and lots of different bottles of things. And I noticed that also the amount of each ingredient was often not quite in the therapeutic range, which we really needed. So I decided that I was asked by Progressive Labs, after helping them tweak several of their products and making them work better. They liked that. So they called me and said, would you like to create your own line of products that's usually clinically effective? So I would say, so I put a lot of work and research into it. And what these products are the result of my over 30, 40 years of clinical experience with nutraceutical sciences and the clinical application thereof. And so what I did was I found the most effective nutrient, nutraceutical, and then found the dosage range that was most effective in clinical practice. Not, the FDA states you're only allowed to say so much about something, but I found from clinical experience, if they tell you maybe 1 or 2 milligrams is what's effective, and my clinical experience has said, no, you need 50 to 100, That's what I put in my supplements. I put in the clinically effective dose in the right combination and the right nutraceutical ingredients that work synergistically, work together to create the best clinical response. And that's what Progressive Labs allowed me to do, and it's been very successful because people experience good results from them and buy them again and again.
Absolutely. Yes, I loved when you Yes, I loved when I met you and you shared that with me, and I thought I can't wait to, do something like this with you where we can get this information out to more people in the area, especially since you're so close to us locally. So,
I experiment them. I'm the guinea pig. I will experiment all these supplements myself and say, okay, what worked, what didn't work. When I found out something that really worked, then I used it with my patients, and we tweaked it until we found the right combinations that were most clinically effective.
okay, good. So let's start with maybe what's your favorite in your line, or the most popular, one that's used the most?
Probably one of the most ones that's most used is one called Astaxanthol. That was something I came up with because I wanted something that was very high bioavailable. That is, was very easily assimilated into the body. So it's made out of 3 different ingredients that are very, very fat soluble, lipophilic. So it gets into the body easily. It actually crosses the blood-brain barrier, gets to the brain, into the eyes. So it was designed to help inflammation in the eyes, in the brain, in the heart, in the lining of the blood vessels, and the joints and the skin. And it's very effective in that regard. And for example, in people who have a condition called macular degeneration, which is the #1 cause of blindness in the first world, it's due to oxidative stress in your eyes. And what astaxanthol does is it concentrates in the retina, decreases the oxidative stress, and allows the body to heal itself. Also, in people who have inflammation in their blood vessels throughout their body and their heart from diabetes or just a terrible way of eating, astaxanthol is very good at calming down the inflammation in the lining of the blood vessels to help prevent hardening the arteries and cardiovascular disease. Some of the ingredients in it have also been shown to be very effective for arthritis, especially arthritis of the knee. So taking a dose of maybe 2 or 3 capsules twice a day could be very effective for knee arthritis and knee pain. And so it's good for any sort of inflammation throughout the body in all of those organs, the brain, the eyes, the heart, blood vessels, joints, and skin. It's also very good, and I discovered this in someone I gave it to for their eyes. And this was someone who was very, very pale, who got sunburned very easily. And she moved from Virginia down to Texas, and she would literally walk across the street from one building to another and get red in the face like a burn. And when she began taking 4 capsules a day of the astaxanthol, she stopped burning. And we understood that the effect was the astaxanthin and the C-polynol in it would concentrate in the fat layer of the skin. And they're both excellent at absorbing UVB light, which causes sunburns and skin cancer and things of that nature. So if you take 3 or 4 or more capsules a day, it will prevent sunburns and skin damage. So it's very useful in that regard too.
Such great information. Barbara, I know you're asking how to spell this one. It's a tough one.
Astaxanthol. Astaxanthol.
Thank you. And we will
S in the English language.
We will also comment after this is over. We will post all of the names of the supplements and give you links and all of his information as well. So hang tight for that. But Dr. Fleisher, Barbara says your integrity and courage is much needed in this world. So I wanted you to know that. Let's talk about Cardiopro because I love the hawthorn berry. It's actually what helped my husband's heart rate return to normal a couple of years ago, and he never had to take a beta blocker.
Okay, Cardiopro I actually designed based on the work of Linus Pauling and Matthias Graf, because one of the essential causes of cardiovascular disease is a lack of vitamin C, and I have a whole article on that explains what's happened. Human beings are one of the few mammals that no longer manufacture our own vitamin C, and if you compare us to mice and other creatures. For body weight, they produce upwards of 25 to 50,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day, and we have to eat it because we don't make it. And so that's one of the main causes of damage to collagen and elastin fibers and damage to our blood vessels and creating heart disease or atherosclerosis or hardening the arteries. So Cardiopro contains a significant amount of a special form of vitamin C that's very easily absorbed with magnesium that relaxes blood vessels, and also the two main amino acids of which your collagen is made, which includes proline and lysine, along with some special polyphenols that make vitamin C work. And that combination together is very effective for helping prevent cardiovascular disease. And I give that to all my patients with hypertension and angina and atherosclerosis. And we also discovered that it has a really significant dose of lysine in it and the vitamin C. It's also helpful for people who have chronic herpes infections, because the vitamin C and lysine help prevent recurrences of herpes. So I use it for that too.
Wonderful. Okay, let's jump over to Glide Control. Tell us about that one.
Well, Glide Control, its intention is to help balance the sugar metabolism. That's glucose. And I give it to people who are having problems with sugar metabolism, and people who are pre-diabetic, that is insulin resistance, or have frank diabetes, and also people that have trouble with weight loss because of imbalanced sugar metabolism. And it has several components in it that, one, improve the insulin receptors that are on all the cells of your body, so that the insulin can bind to it and do what it's supposed to do, let sugar in, let other stuff out, and do all that job. And also helps to slow the absorption of digested sugar from your gut into your body. So it allows the glycemic control, that is, blood sugar levels, to be maintained more evenly. And a dose of about usually 2 capsules twice a day in someone who's got mild problems, up until as many as 4 3 times a day or so in people who have frank diabetes. And I found it to be very effective in that regard.
Great, thank you. Okay, and we have a lot of customers coming in that struggle with memory issues. So tell us about your product for that.
Okay. Well, Memories with Seanol-P is a combination of nutrients that I designed specifically based on the pathophysiology, or the damage that occurs in Alzheimer's disease and dementia, which is basically oxidative stress in the brain, or the brain on fire. And there are several different kinds of antioxidants in it that help to calm down the inflammation in the brain, and also help the eyes, because believe it or not, the back of the eye, the retina, is an extension of the embryological brain, so it helps both. And it also contains nutrients that improve the production of certain neurotransmitters like acetylcholine. Acetylcholine, or ACH, is what's responsible for laying down memory. So there's supplements in that promote the laying down of memory, like Bacopa minera and others, huperzine, improving blood flow of the brain. So it's multiple components. It's several different ingredients that are acting synergistically to help improve cognitive function and mood and memory.
Okay, one more. Tell us about your supplement for hormone balance.
Okay, that's Gyne-Andro-Plex, and Gyne-Andro-Plex is a botanical remedy for women in the premenopausal and menopausal state, and also women with PMS. It's designed to help supplant the need for going to hormone replacement therapy in women who are not ready for it, who maybe have a family history of breast or other different estrogen cancers, or just don't want to go on hormone therapy yet. And Gyne-Andro-Plex, its main ingredient is an herb from Southeast Asia that's been studied for quite a number of years. It's been around for over 800 years, used there in Chinese medicine and Thai medicine, called Praeria mellifica. And the main ingredient in it is a bioflavonoid, isoflavone, called miroestrol, which is very, very similar structurally and functionally to the mildest of all the human estrogens, which is estriol. You know, people don't know that human beings have 3 different kinds of estrogen: estrone E1, estradiol E2, and estriol E3. And the strongest, the one that most women produce in the menstrual cycle, is estradiol. Estrone and estradiol are the ones that have a very strong effect on what are called the alpha estrogen receptors. And when those receptors in the body are stimulated, it causes estrogen-dependent cells, like in the breast or the lining of the uterus, to grow. If you have excessive alpha estrogen stimulation, that can lead to cancers in the breast and the uterus and the cervix, and in men and the prostate, because those are all estrogen-dependent cells. What estriol E3 is unique in that it stimulates the beta estrogen receptor, whose job is to modulate or calm down the alpha estrogen receptor, so it has an anti-carcinogenic effect. And the beauty of miroestrol and Protearum mirifica, which is the main ingredient in Gyne-Andro-Plex, is that it purely stimulates the beta estrogen receptor. And it's been shown in clinical research to help brain function, to calm down a lot of the perimenal and postmenstrual systems, to help bone growth with osteopenia, osteoporosis. And it actually has an anti-carcinogenic effect because by stimulating the alpha estrogen receptor, it blocks the effect of like foreign chemicals called xenoestrogens or foreign estrogens like plastics, plasticizers, BCB, BPS, all of those things in the environment that will pound our human estrogen receptors and tend to produce cancerous states. This actually helps protect that while at the same time helping PMS symptoms, peri and postmenopausal symptoms safely.
I just know we're going to want to have you back because you have so much good information to share. If you guys are out there looking for a really great medical doctor, we highly recommend Dr. Fleisher. His website is CIRM1, that's the number 1.com. We'll post all of his contact information below. Thank you again, Dr. Fleisher, for your time. We'll see everybody next time. Thanks for joining us.
Pleasure. Thank you.